What did you find with him, and how big has he been for you?
A guy who cares, a guy who wants to win, a guy who wasn't afraid to challenge other players. And leadership is really hard sometimes because you have to tell people stuff they don't want to hear, even though they're good friends. And Kylan stepped up to that role, and he'd had enough, and we got back to practice. He's fun to converse with because he's cerebral. He understands the game. He was involved in our changes. He and Tommy and some of the other guys. But Kylan he's been in those battles. He's been in those games and knows what it's about. And he was huge.
Coach, we were all in Indianapolis last week, and the mood was very different. It felt, especially at Friday, both days. Well, it was totally different. What changed?
I thought it was pretty doggone good against Iowa. I don't know what you're talking about. I had a party.
That was Thursday.
I had a party after the game. I mean, depends how you look at it. I thought the best thing about the Maryland game was Merez got to play. Tommy was in foul trouble, and I think we learned a valuable lesson. They punched us. We didn't get up off the mat. We were very flat, and lesson learned.
So many guys played well tonight. I mean, that's kind of the Illini way too. I mean, guys took turns kind of taking over, it seemed like.
Casper's was one rebound away from a triple-double in the NCAA Tournament. I mean, and we didn't even take him to media. I don't know what our SID's doing, but that's who we have to be, and that's who we have been. We've had 8 guys score over 20 in a game. We missed Thomas Love, obviously, when he was out. You saw what he does tonight, rebounding, defending, his ability to make threes, stretch the floor, and then post. So, we've got some guys who are capable.
Is that when them saying things like, "This is not what we came here to do, is just win one game"? How do you help them quickly turn that page to Kentucky?
Ask him about what he's talking about last week and the crappy feeling we had after that game. And it's not day to day, So we'll go back and try to get to bed before 1 or 1:30 and get some rest, and then we'll do our part to get ready, and we've got to perform. It's one game at a time. It's be your best that day or you go home.
Brad, you've talked about KJ's basketball IQ. How does he instinctively kind of know, like tonight, hey, I need to get Will on a heater. I need to get Tommy the ball. He's made a couple.
We asked him most of the night in the second half, what do you want to run? What do you like? And it was not. I mean, we were jiving. We had a good sync going because it was get Will the ball, and Kylan's in that, that same mode, and it's pretty nice when your quarterback point guard is in the same realm of thinking that the head coach is, so it's a pretty good deal.
After Will's game one in the second half, he wound up in front of the band and was pumping up the crowd, and we don't see that all the time from him.
That's fun. That's what this tournament is about, and those memories. And we've got to let guys enjoy the moment. That was a heck of a play. Very unusual for him, very uncharacteristic. But I mean, our bench was going. It got me going. I mean, it's a pretty cool thing. It wasn't taunting anybody. It was just a let out of emotion to our band, and that's what this thing's about.
Brad, Tommy's got a ripped jersey and some blood on his hands. How physical was this game, and how different is that now that you are?
Yeah, Tommy showed me his hand in media day, and I just told him toughen out. I don't want to hear about all that, but they threw a lot of bodies at him. Hughley kid's a big kid and heavy, and it's nice that he's been able to sustain some of that from a conditioning side that he didn't after mono. So I was really pleased with his performance.
Xavier pushed back a little bit at the end of the second half. The little scoring drought, and then you guys bounced back. How has this team grown in closing games throughout the year?
Well, they're really good. I don't know if you know, they've been number 1 in the country in three-point shooting in the last 6 or 7 games, so it wasn't a shock. We had a couple of late clock glitches, but yeah, we're handling those situations much better. Just having been through them and kind of living in the moment, understanding Kylan's a resounding personality on the court in those moments, and Brad did a nice job.
How does a win like this help build this young team's confidence? It's a big part of the season.
I guess we'll find out on Sunday at 4:15, right? I think a lot. I hope they enjoy it, but I hope it's like I told them. It's not. Tournament's not about one game. You have to win one to advance, but you also have to keep the levels in check. That you don't expend them all in one moment. You got another one coming.
This will be our last one. We got to wrap up because we're going to the bus.
Who calculated the record?
Derek. What was somebody? You told me the record for threes.
CBS most threes by a 7-footer in an NCAA tournament game.
Okay.
I just repeat what I'm told. I'm a very good soldier. I mean, I'm not near smart enough to come up with that on my own. Thank you.